Hello, everybody. Jambo, habari yenyu. Welcome and welcome again to this channel, Baraka Reality Media. My name is Sharon, aka Baraka. And again, I am not alone. I am here with Ruth, who was with us in the previous video. If you have not watched that video, please go back and watch it. She was talking about how she got her skilled worker visa all the way from Kenya. She is here in the United Kingdom in Wales. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about how she is finding the UK, how she has settled since coming to the UK, but more importantly, what does she think about the UK and the benefit of being in the UK? So before we get into that, we are going to again invite Ruth. I'm going to ask her to introduce herself. Some of you may not have watched her in the previous video, so I'm going to ask Ruth to introduce herself again, just so that you guys who didn't watch her previous video get to know who she is and what I am talking about. Welcome again, Ruth.
Thank you so much, Sharon.
Karibu, do you want to just introduce yourself again? I know you've done an introduction in the previous video, just so that people who are watching today's video and they haven't watched it before can know who you are.
Yes, my name is Ruth Nyihagitao, and I'm from Kenya, and currently I live in Wrexham in Wales.
All right, welcome. And karibu sana, by the way, to the UK. For those of you who don't know, karibu means welcome. Welcome to the UK, Ruth. We are quite happy to have you, and most importantly, to even have the honor of hosting you in this channel. I am very, very humbled that you have accepted my invitation. So guys, in the previous video, Ruth was talking about how she listened to my video and she followed the instructions step by step until she herself got the sponsorship visa, that is the skilled worker visa. She got it and she is here now in the UK. Now, Ruth, we left at where you got your visa, and now you had 3 weeks to travel to the UK. Have you ever been in the UK before, or is this the first time that you have been in the UK?
This is my first time to be in the UK.
Did you know anybody?
No, not really. I didn't have a relative.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you got here, how did you make your way? How did you even know where you were going? Walk us through. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, so when I booked my tickets and I got my itinerary, I sent it to the director of the company, and I told her the date of my flight,
Okay.
which was 2 weeks in advance. So from there, she now planned getting a house for me and also preparing for me to arrive. So when my time to travel came, I traveled on Friday night, and I arrived on Saturday night, since we had a layover with the flight. Yeah, so I arrived in Manchester at 7, then went through the immigration. That's a process that can take you around an hour.
Oh,
and then, yeah, it can take you 30 minutes to 1 hour, depending on the questions they're asking you there. When now you're getting into.
Wait a minute, they still have to ask you more questions, even though you have your visa, you have your certificate of sponsorship.
Yes.
You still have to ask many questions. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, they even asked for my contract. I wanted to see my job contract. They asked me why I'm leaving my country and why I want to relocate to UK, what made me want to come to UK. So you have to be ready to answer their questions at the immigration.
Wow.
Yeah.
But as long as you have everything, I don't think that should be a problem. As long as you know you've got all the documents that they're asking you, it's just a formality. Of course, they don't want people who are coming here and they don't have the right documents. Maybe that is the reason why they check. All right. So you've gone now through security. Did you have you don't know anybody? This is the first time you're traveling to the UK. Did the company organized for somebody to pick you from the airport? Of course, you are arriving in Manchester, and I live in Manchester, but I didn't know, so I didn't pick you. So who picked you?
Yeah, I was picked by one of the company members, one of my colleagues now. So he was sent to come and pick me up. So he picked me at Manchester. Then we took a 40 minutes drive to Wales. Then I was taken straight to my room where everything was ready. Set up for me a bed. I got a bed and everything was nice.
Wow, wow, wow. It is as easy as that, guys.
Yeah.
And Ruth is making it sound so easy. So, and this is the reason why, guys, I tell you, don't be intimidated and don't fear. Put your hope and your trust in God and let him do the rest. So, wow. So congratulations again for securing that job. So now I want us to talk about the benefits that come with this skilled worker visa. Obviously, by now, you know, but before we get into the benefits of this visa, how are you finding life in the UK?
Like the place is really beautiful. UK is very beautiful and very, very clean.
Clean?
Yes.
The UK.
Like the streets, I was so amazed when I saw a truck washing the road, like cleaning the roads.
Yeah.
The people are also very helpful. If you're stranded, for example, on the road and you don't know how to go, people would help you and show you the right way. What else? It's a good community to be in.
I think I'll do another interview after 10 years and I'll see whether you still have the same opinions.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at the point at clean, it's clean and all that. Maybe some of us who are stayed in the UK, we have a different opinion to you, but this is the first word of somebody who is newly arrived. The UK is clean and people are helpful. That is how she's finding it. And it is nice to know that you're finding help, because it is always very stressful if you arrive in a new country and you can't get any help and you can't get somebody to direct you. So excuse me, guys, I'm glad that you're getting that support from the people in the area that you're living in. And Wales is a beautiful place. I have been to Wales and it's very, 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 very beautiful. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So now let's talk about the benefits, Ruth. What are the benefits of having a skilled worker visa?
So number one, for myself as an employee under medical sector, I get medical insurance. I get insured.
Yes.
And then this extends to my family.
Yes.
So this is for my partner and for my children. So that's the first benefit I saw that was very good.
Yes.
The other benefit is that my children and my husband, they will get a visa under the dependent visa of the skilled worker. So that they will automatically get their visas, of which it depends with how soon I get a house, because I have to get a house, for example, a 2-bedroom house, which will be a proof of residence of where they'll be staying.
That's right, because the accommodation that you got was the accommodation that was provided by your employer, and you cannot bring a family there because this is purely meant for you to settle, to help you settle in the UK, and then you find an accommodation, then bring your family.
Yes.
Yeah, but I agree with you. Those are the benefits. And another thing is, when your children get over here, they'll be able to get to schools, and schools here are free. You don't have to pay anything for schools. They'll be able to get free medical care. Anytime they get sick and you take them to the hospital, you don't have to pay anything. It is absolutely free. Your husband will be able to work, and he will not be limited to where he can work. He can work anywhere he wants. Any sector he wants. He will get a work permit, so he can choose any job that he wants to do. That is the other benefit. You can be able to buy a house, a mortgage, If you choose to buy a house, that is something that you'll be entitled to do on that visa. So there's a lot of benefits that comes with that visa. And another thing is, if you stay with it for a longer duration, I don't know, for 5 years, you can now apply for settlement.
Yes.
Here in the UK, if you choose to. And again, that is the other added, because it leads to settlement. That is what the visa says. It leads to settlement. Settlement means you can get indefinite leave to remain here in the UK. And of course, if you also want now to become a British citizen, that can lead into that in the future. So again, guys, this is not immigration advice. I am giving you all that information is information that has been given on the UK government website. I am not giving you immigration advice. You should still seek immigration advice. And this video is not intended to replace the immigration advice at all. So do not confuse this for that, but that is the process. I know that because that information has been publicized. It is online and it is public. Anybody can view that information. Wow, Ruth. So that is very, very exciting. Now, the job, you started a job. How soon did you start your job since arriving in the UK? Did you have did they let you at least jet lag-ishe? or they took you straight into work when you arrived?
Well, yeah, they gave me around 3 days to rest.
Okay.
So I rested for 3 days. I was able to go to town, visit important places, like be able to know where the post office is, because I had to collect my BRP card after 7 days. I also had to familiarize myself with the supermarkets where I could buy things. Yeah, so I had 3 days to rest. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. So you now know where to buy groceries, you know how to go to the post office, you know what bus to catch.
Yes.
You have to be very quick. 3 days is a short time, guys, to learn everything and your area and the language. How are you finding the accent?
The accent is quite different. Yeah, so I really have to listen in and be able to and get to understand what they're saying.
Yeah. And that is something that will come with time. Of course, we have all been there. For those of you, for those of us who have been here longer, that is something that takes time. You get to mingle with other people, and then kidogo kidogo is just going to be a kawaida thing. So that should not worry you at all. Another thing I forgot to mention, Ruth, it comes with a benefit of you can be able to study if you choose to study. You can also study. I don't know if anybody has mentioned that to you.
Yes. So I can study and take up a course that I want.
Yes. And you can choose to, of course, go higher on your career, expand as far as you can. All those are some of the advantages that keep getting a dry throat. All these are some of the advantages that come with this visa, which is very, very good. Wow. So, Ruth, do you have any other words? What would you advise somebody who is watching us today and they have been trying to make job applications? What would you advise them?
My advice is this process is very, very possible. It's something you can look online and follow everything that is required to do, and you'll be able to get a job. And it is so easy to get directly from companies. If you go through the Tier 2 sponsorship list, there's so many companies there. You can apply in any sector you want. It could be medical, it could be care home, it could be in finance. But in medical and care is the cheapest way to go, because the company will accommodate you. You'll be able to get medical insurance whereby you don't have to prove the health surcharge when you're applying for the visa.
Great, great. Wow. So the medical, for those of you who are in that field, take advantage. The care visa is the quickest visa that you can get. You get supported for a whole month in an accommodation as you settle in the UK, as you get to know your area, as you get to know where you're going to move to. And of course, you will have a salary, so you'll be able to pay for your accommodation when you move into a now bigger accommodation. You'll be able to do that. I don't know whether they give you a leeway or whether they say it is exactly 1 month and then you move away. Do they give you extra time? Wanakuharakisha? How does it work?
No. So where we are staying is actually a rental place.
Okay.
Whereby the company pays for 1 month. Then the rest of the months you continue paying until the day you'll move out.
Ah, right. Okay. So it's not like they're going to kick you after 1 month. They're not going to kick you out.
No.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous.
Yes.
Wow. So guys, I hope you have been inspired. I think this has been very, very inspiring. And for me, I was particularly inspired by Ruth. She only had me speak. And this is the importance of you guys listening to when I'm doing all these videos. Even if it is this one person that God meant to be here in the UK because they listened to me. I am happy. I have fulfilled my job. And I am happy that I can now look back and say, thank you to God. It was not in vain that I come here and talk. My throat gets dry sometimes, but it is not in vain. Having somebody like Ruth and the other people that I have interviewed, and they're saying they listened to me, they followed the instructions, and now they're here. It is not something that I want to glorify myself, but I just want to give God all the glory because it's not my doing, but it is the doing of the Lord. And even for you, Ruth, to be able to come over here, it is the doing of the Lord. And I can only wish you nothing but the best as you continue to live in the UK. Expand your wings. And I know one day we shall meet. We haven't met, but we shall meet one day, face to face.
Yes.
And we'll do another video.
Thank you.
All right. Your parting shot.
Parting shot?
Yeah.
It is possible. Believe in God, and He will take you places you've never dreamed of.
Amen. Believe. Inawezekana. Nothing is impossible. And now you can go out, you work, you want to go on holiday anywhere in the world, you can go as many places as you want.
Yes.
You're not limited. You have the freedom to still go back to Kenya to visit, go to whichever part of the world you'd like to go and visit. You have that freedom now.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you very much, guys, because of watching this channel. Again, please share this video, subscribe if you have not subscribed to my channel, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so that each time I upload a new video, you will not miss out on any video. And until I come back with another video, Ruth, let's tell people, Baraka.
Baraka.